Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. All new off the top, the Supreme Court ruled today detained immigrants do not have a right to periodic bond hearings during their detention.
Channel 5's Valerie Gonzalez spoke with an immigration attorney who believes there will be an immediate effect.
The ruling came down on this class action lawsuit. It stems from a case of a man detained for 3 years without the ability to parole. His attorneys were able to get him released. Others may not see that same benefit with this ruling. In a 5-3 ruling, the Supreme Court decided this. The law doesn't give certain classes of immigrants the right to periodic bond hearings during the term of detention. Here are the classes of immigrants the ruling applies to. Those who say they intend to apply for asylum or state credible fear of persecution. Those in the country convicted of certain criminal offenses since admission. Those considered inadmissible due to fraud, misrepresentation, or lack of documentation at time of entry, and those in the country pending outcome of removal proceedings. Immigration attorney Leonel Perez says many of his clients wait an average of 13 months in detention. This ruling will mean they can be held indefinitely. He fears it will create desperation.
Some people are not willing to wait that time, so they give up and say, I'll tell you what, just deport me. So even though they may have had a right or they may have had a chance to remain in the United States, they will not do it.
The long wait could create other challenges.
But there's just not enough beds for everybody. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if at which point in time the people that it will need to be detained exceeds the number of beds that are available. So what's going to happen then? Are people going to be released, and under what circumstances? Who will be released?
ACLU filed a class action lawsuit. They estimate it costs more than $2 billion a year to house detainees. Those in detention are allowed to hire an attorney. If denied bond, they can still take legal measures to try to have that decision reversed. Immigration attorney Leonel Perez says realistically, not many can afford that. In the studio, Valerie Gonzalez, Channel 5 News at 10.
Customs and Border Protection responds to a Channel 5 News request nearly 6 months later. We filed a Freedom of Information Act request following a DACA recipient detained for hours at the Falfurrias checkpoint on September 11th. Since that incident, she hasn't crossed back through the checkpoint. We obtained the memo from CBP procedure on DACA recipients and reported on it that same month. We also requested CBP directives related to the treatment of DACA recipients. You can see the 59-page response on our website posted with this story.